lighting my candles. Hi, Kristen. Hi, Steve. I don't know if you're really there, Doug, but if you're there, hello to you. And hi, Jade. How are you guys doing tonight? So, a lot going on in our world. So it's a good night to have a nice, calming, relaxing, meditative practice. And just a good time to remember to be really gentle with yourself in the midst of all that's happening. It always is, but it seems like right now with all of the stuff that's happening with the protesting and the watching all of the events going on around the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis at the hands of the police, and the arrest of the police officer, and protesting and everything, that it's very emotionally intense. So especially with the backdrop of the pandemic and reopening all of that. So good time to be excessively gentle with yourself and to carve out space and time to let your nervous system recover. Even if you're just at home and you're watching, what's happening, important to take care of yourself. So come into your spot, come onto your back. And hi, Lori Morris Younger. Can you hear me tonight? I hope so. Hi, Laura. I see the emoji shower happening. And Kristen, I'm glad you have sound. So making your way onto your back so that you can take this time to bring yourself back into a calm, relaxed place inside your own body, making room for skillful action in your own life, and to be able to use your words in ways that are powerful and helpful and righteous. And so clearing the way so that you can find ways to do those things that don't cause you a lot of harm. So coming onto your back, and just bring yourself into this restful position that we've been finding for the last, today's May 29th. So we've been together, many of us at least, for their 30 days in April, 29, so that's 59 plus 7, so this is 66. This is the 66th night that I've been doing this, excluding the one night where I couldn't do it and I went for a walk, but I still was on Facebook Live. So making your way into the place that you've found that's comfortable onto your back, and allowing your body to rest. It's kind of interesting. One thing about doing this night in and night out is, I begin to use a lot of the same words over and over again, and teaching yoga is like that too. So I'm always kind of trying to find new sort of interesting words and ways to convey certain ideas about the body or the breath or maybe poetic ways or symbolic ways or just new words that I haven't used before. And language can be very limiting. So I just thought tonight, I was like, I think I'll just type into the dictionary synonyms for the word soften, because I say the word soften over and over again. And most of the words that were available are words that I use. So I didn't really come up with much. I Googled, or I searched for a few other words like relax or release. So some of what's happening is happening on a level in your body where my words are just a suggestion to help you have your own experience. And you may have your own words or your own language in your body to, that is expressed in a different way. And I've been thinking a lot about this in the last few days also, like what kinds of words do I want to say about what's going on in the world, and what is my role, especially as a white woman, like what kind of support can I give to my friends who are, caught up in the struggle, my Black friends, my people of color who I know, that sort of thing. And I have found myself feeling more and more quiet and just listening. And that's a skill, because we can be so reactive with our words. Like we feel like we need to say something, we want to say something. And so I'm thinking a lot about words tonight in different ways. And language is really important. So probably by now you've got your eyes closed and you're probably wishing I would stop talking and just start guiding you through this meditation. So I'm going to do that. So feeling your breath coming in and out through your nose. And just feeling this kind of like somebody's breathing a sense of peace and relaxation onto you, and it's spreading through your body so that you're able to soften, you're able to relax and release tension in your body, and your body is able to come into this more surrendered relationship with gravity. And you're beginning to just breathe exclusively, pretty much, in and out through the nose. But we're going to do one exercise where we've done it before. I like to think of it as like an air mattress that's losing air. So we take a big breath in through our nose and kind of hold the breath, and then we let the breath come out through our teeth like a hissing sound, very slowly. So let's do 3 breaths like that. So you're going to inhale and just fill up your body with air, and then it's just like you're deflating like an air mattress with a hole in it. One more time. Inhale, filling up with air, and exhaling, making a hissing sound through your teeth, just letting a little bit of air out slowly, like you have a leak. And last one, inhale. And exhale through your teeth. Just feeling how your body is kind of draping over the floor now. It's like you're collapsing, you're releasing, sinking towards the floor. And just bringing your awareness now to your natural breath, breathing in and out through the nose. kind of clearing your mind. So feeling like how all of the words that you have that are still trapped in your mind, unspoken, all of the language, all of the things that you want to say, whether they're already have come into the form of words or not, or just kind of, it's like they're just kind of dissipating off into the air around you until you're kind of free of the need to have words, free of language. You know, our thoughts can arise as like a picture, like a scene, like we're looking at a movie. They can come up as words or phrases. So just kind of noticing for you as a thought arises, what is that thought made out of? Is it an image? Is it a phrase? Maybe it's neither of those things, but just kind of noticing. And so we use our throat and our tongue and our mouth to make words. We use the jaw and the vocal cords. There's a vibration that happens in our throat as we speak. So see if you can really soften the throat, releasing those vocal cords so there's no tension. It's like there's nothing left to say. You've said everything that you needed to say today, and now you're clearing yourself so that the next time that you're ready to start talking again, you're going to be able to have a clean slate and be more able and skillful to make the right words that need to be spoken from yourself. So letting yourself feel kind of empty. Not only does your mouth feel empty in your throat, but you might feel it in other parts of your body. There's a certain hollowness or emptiness. And you can feel how your breath kind of echoes a little bit in that hollow, empty feeling. It's like a slate has been wiped clean inside of you for the moment. And you are bringing yourself more solidly into this moment by moment experience of the breath, of your physical body, so feeling the smoothness of your face, kind of same thing like in your face, like, you know, we have a lot of some of us are very expressive in our face, and we make a lot of different faces throughout the day. That's a way that we show ourselves to the world, just like words. And so here, now, during this time that you've carved out for this meditation, see if you can let your face be completely expressionless and smooth. So all of the muscles that you use when you're making a face to show how you feel are unnecessary. And again, it's just like the skin of your face is kind of draped over the bones and the connective tissues are softening. The eyes are soft, like your eyelids are just laying on top of your eyeballs. Very comfortable. A strange idea, but very comfortable. Like each eyelid is like a little blanket for your eye. And your tongue is soft in the bottom of your jaw. It's just laying there, unused. You need to swallow, that's fine. You know what to do. Swallowing is going to happen. It's automatic. So let the tip of your tongue be unmoving. Just kind of laying there against the back of your teeth, or the softness of the gum underneath the teeth. See if you can soften the underneath side of your tongue. And the cheeks, the inside of the cheeks is very soft. Your nose is widening. It's almost like the ears are, you have these passageways in your ears, and those passageways are opening, and you can hear everything in the background, but you're not reaching for the noises or really inquiring about the noises. They're just happening, and you accept them as part of your experience, the background noise. And you might notice as a noise comes up, if you're kind of grasping for the noise, or if you're moving towards it in any way, and just let yourself settle back. So feeling tender towards yourself, feeling the sense of tenderness for yourself right now. You might feel that in your heart, in the space around your heart. You might even imagine yourself as a baby. I've been fortunate enough that my father was, as some of you probably know, was a really avid photographer and took a lot of pictures of my sister and I when we were little. So I've been recently receiving a lot of photos of myself as a baby and a young child, and it's been quite interesting to have all these memories kind of presented to me in this way. And you may or may not have a parent who took pictures. So you may have some, you may not have very many. But you might just kind of think of an image of yourself as a baby. There's probably at least one picture that you have, that you think of, that comes to mind. And so not only just thinking of the image, but maybe kind of feeling that baby part of yourself. That purely innocent part of yourself that always is there. Also the part of yourself that needs help, that needs support. You can't do everything by yourself. That's always been true. And the adventurous part of yourself that's wanting to try new things and to take chances and push out further into the world. And then you might think of yourself as a small child, so getting more able to move out into the world, more capable. And there might be an image that you associate with that. So these more kind of innocent parts of yourself, just kind of conjuring them up as you're here in this relaxed way. And feeling tender towards yourself in that way. That innocent part of yourself that relies on others, that is trusting, naive, fearless, needs comfort. So feeling tenderness for those parts of yourself. And no matter how much you grow up and how strong you get and how hardened and how jaded and how whatever, this part of you is always there and needs to be nurtured and cared for. And sometimes we have to do it ourselves. We can't rely on other people for whatever reason. Sometimes because they're gone. They aren't with us anymore. Maybe their spirit lives on, but or Or maybe we just don't have the right person in our life at that particular time to nurture us in that way. So it really benefits us to like do some of those things for ourself. And some of it's just this attitude of remembrance that we are like a beloved creature, that we deserve nurturing, that we deserve to be treated with kindness and tenderness. And we can do that for ourselves. We can gently lay ourselves down and we can relax and we can feel good in our bodies. We can practice these things regularly. So feeling the breath coming in and out, feeling how relaxed you are. Noticing if there's anything that comes up for you, possibly in the form of words or pictures or, I know that some of us have had recent losses in our life in this way. So some of that grief can come up. So just letting yourself feel and coming back to the breath. Clearing yourself. And if you do get sad, if you do cry, sometimes during meditation or at a time where you feel like you have the space to let it out, sometimes it's good to just let it flow, like let it flow through you. I heard somebody saying something like, those aren't your tears, those are like the whole river of tears of everyone. Like your grief is connected to the grief of other people. We're not in this by ourselves, really. So just allowing things to kind of, as they arise, to just kind of flow through you, and having faith that it's not forever, it's temporary to have those feelings, that they will pass, and that you can work through them. Continuing to breathe. A lot of grief around what's happened in our country recently. Also flowing. So just taking a few more moments to feel those feelings and then bringing yourself once again back to your breath and feeling your body, feeling how solid your body is, how reliable it is as your vehicle in life. It has its problems and it's had its trials and tribulations, but it's here with you, your body. And you can feel it and you can rely on it and feel comfortable in it right now. It's your connection to this life, as is your breath. And as you sort of come back into your body and you start to begin to move a little bit and possibly to bring yourself back up to a seated position, if that's the direction you're headed for the evening. Finding your long spine if you're coming to your seat. Keeping the sense of that you've cleared yourself, and that as you start to re-enter your evening, or perhaps you're going to go to sleep and you're going to re-enter your day tomorrow, just feeling like you're refreshed, and you've refreshed your mind, and you've refreshed your sense of language, and that there's a quietness behind your words, that they're coming from a place, a deeper place. Your words are, your language, that it's connected to you, it's connected to your deeper awareness of yourself and of the world. And you can be more skillful with your language. Maybe a little bit more connected to this sense of gentleness and tenderness towards yourself, your innocence. I'm just taking a couple more nice balanced breaths here. In this soft and yet lifted, strong form that you are in. Especially if you're seated up right now, your spine is upright, there's a real integrity in your body, and there's a softness also. There's a sense of yielding and a sense of fortitude at the same time. And you might bring your hands together at your heart. You could gently press your palms together. You could bow your head to your practice, to your own inner teacher, to your higher self or your higher power. Namaste. The light in me acknowledges the light in you. And just remembering to be excessively gentle with yourself this weekend, even as your words and your language is more powerful and coming from this deeper place. Namaste. I'll see you tomorrow night at 9 o'clock.